One of the biggest challenges that I'm sure you're dealing with right now is that you keep trying to figure it out. I deal with this constantly with men and women, and I deal with it with myself, right? Now, I've gotten so much better with it throughout the years because I've learned how much of a waste of time it really is to try to figure it out on your own, especially if you sit around calling yourself a child of God or you sit around saying that you believe in God. We have a separation between ourselves and our relationship with God. Oftentimes, what we think is here is God, he's up in the sky somewhere looking at us, and we're working on this project right here, and then we're praying for him to make the project work. Now, am I saying that God doesn't answer that sometimes? Yes. But at the end of the day, when you say that you're surrendered to him, if you're truly surrendered to him, how do you know that he doesn't have an idea or a mindset or a purpose in which the way that he wants you to approach this thing, if at all? How do you know if this is your season for that thing, but if it's your season for another thing? Oftentimes we don't know this thing. Oftentimes we just do what feels right. We have a solution in our mind that we're trying to figure out. We see a problem in front of us. We feel like this is a skill we have, a talent we have, whatever it may be, a characteristic we feel like is beneficial and it could do something. And we try to apply it to the thing that we feel like is going to be the most likely thing to work. But how about if the way God works with you is not according to the thing that's most likely to work? What if he does it in terms of alignment? You are so convinced that you have to come up with the idea, you have to figure it out, and you're burning yourself out because you're operating in this mentality. Now, this is true for men and women, but it's especially true for you women who say that your desire is to live a softer life, right? I don't want to deal with the fact that so many of you guys were dealing with this culture and society that think that, you need some wealthy, rich man in order to come in, save the day, and he's going to provide you all the resources that you need in order to stop working in this mindset of having to do everything on your own strength. No, because if you're mentally programmed that way, even if you have someone that quote unquote comes in and save the day, you're going to sabotage it in another way because ultimately at the end of the day, you have a trust issue. Right? Not only do you have a trust issue, you have a dependency issue. So you're going to sabotage it in another way because there's going to have to be a way that you find a way to have control. So even if you become financially dependent on someone, you're going to try to find ways to insert your control so that you can still feel this dominance that you operate in. So let's get back to this. Stop trying to think that you're not able to move or you're not able to be successful or get things done until you know every single detail, because supposedly this is going to protect you from things that could come down the road. First of all, you might have the perfect plan today and then things change. And here it is. There's another plan that you need 30 days later. So the reality is there's a great level of faith that you need to move in, and faith is uncomfortable for you. That's the truth. The reason you're sitting here thinking that you have to figure everything out is because you don't like faith. You don't like faith. I'm not saying that you don't love God. I'm not saying that you don't respect God. What I'm saying is that you don't like the mechanism in which he uses to help you walk into the purpose that he has for you, which is faith. You don't like that vehicle. You want your own vehicle. Lord, I want to arrive at this destination and I want to arrive here with you. However, I want to do it on my own strength, your survival strength. And you're banging your head against the wall. You're frustrated. You're upset, borderline resenting God, right? Having this bitterness and this feeling inside of you, all because of the fact that you are so determined to do it on your own strength. Now, I don't know if no one ever said this to you, or maybe it just never really dawned on you, right? But if you're going to live your life the way you want to live it, right? Because really what you want right now is control. You want to be in control. You want to have all the power. You want to be the God of your life. I get it. Listen, I've been there, done that, right? That's where that whole strong, independent woman, that whole bit comes from, right? We want to be in control of our entire life. Got it. But here's the thing. You also want to live a purpose-driven life. Who does purpose come from? Purpose comes from God. So you want to live a purpose-driven life, yet God says that without faith, it's impossible to please him. So you want to access the purpose that comes from him, not have to operate in faith, but some miraculous way manifest purpose in your life. Tell me how it's going to work. Tell me how it's going to happen. See, when I talk about humbling is something so serious, right? And this idea that we have of wanting to walk in this sovereignty, we don't understand that, especially for those of you guys that keep talking about, you want to live a softer life and you can't understand why you can't get to that place where your life is ease and flow and it's just moving at a certain pace. And the reason you can't get there is because you're determined to do things on your own strength. You are determined to be the God of your life. Guess what? If you're going to be the God of your life, that means you're going to juggle the 90 million things and the 90 million thoughts and the 90 million ideas all on your own because you are so determined to wear all of this weight on your shoulders. Why? In this world, people think that money is the currency that they need to change their life. A few years ago, yeah, I would have been convinced of that. Now you can drop me on a private island with my faith and I know I'm gonna make it. I don't know if it's gonna be the same with money. Because some places you go, people don't care about that green, okay? Look at the Titanic. The Titanic is sinking. These wealthy people are on this boat. Someone says, I'll give you $1 million for your seat on that boat right now, that life raft. What does that person say? Screw your $1 million, because your $1 million ain't worth it here. There's places where you go where your money has no value because what the people have need of is greater than the problem that you think you can solve with your money. So there's a lot of problems that money can solve. Don't get me wrong. But faith, when you understand that the world is the Titanic, faith is that life raft. Jesus. Let me get off this app, y'all. Okay? Because I know this is long right now, but you guys are used to my content now, right? We're going to get long content. This is why I'm excited about the YT channel. If you're not following it already, at themichelletouch. Okay? I'm definitely going to be dropping more long form content for you guys. But yeah, faith, y'all. Faith. So this fast is really, and all the fasts that I do moving forward, all the work that I do is not just fasting that I do. It's just that in this tight season right now, I think in this month of January, the end of the year to January, God has me really talking about fasting more because this is the way I live my life, right? But now I'm making it more public for those that need that breakthrough. So God has me, sharing that with you guys. But at the end of the day, it's still your choice, right? But this fast is to really help you get that spiritual awareness, right? Not only break those bondages, those religious bondages, generational curses, patterns, all of that stuff, break the power of that over your life, but really so that the deceptions that you believe in can be exposed to you, the ways in which you distract yourself, the enemy, right, causes you to distract yourself, self-harm, self-sabotage, all that. So that all these things can be exposed to you. So, and it's not for the purpose of condemnation or judgment or anything. It's because God wants you to heal. Whatever it is that you desire and whatever that purpose is, whatever he's walking you into, there's a lot of things that are in the way. So he's going to expose that to you, not because he's trying to shame you. No, because he loves you, right? Because he loves you. So let me get out of here, guys. So I love you guys. Everything is linked in the bio. Okay. Everything you need to get started is linked in the bio. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.